Another episode of Rebel Access. I'm your host, Kalina, and tonight I'm in Tinley Park with the band Judas Priest. And
This is Glenn Tipton.
KK Downing.
Rob Halford, what's up?
all right, let's start with the name. How did you decide on the name Judas Priest, and what is the meaning behind the name Judas Priest?
Well, here's the dilemma. Maybe you can help us out. The band, there's always, yeah, it's been a long, long time. But the rumour has it that it may possibly have its roots in a Bob Dylan song where he talks about Frankie Lee and Judas Priest. Yeah. And the other thing that we must also point out is that the name was there long before the members that you see today came to being in the band. So the source of the name has never actually been able to be pinpointed, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw a movie once, and Audie Murphy in 1940 something, just after the war, I think. He actually jumped into a bomb crate and he went, Judas Priest, as you would really. So I guess it's kind of some kind of maybe an American
expression.
Yeah, it was Audie Murphy. It was Audie Murphy who came up with it.
Yeah, who did I say?
No, you said
Audie Murphy. Yeah. I did see the movie once. It was cool.
That's great. How many releases has Judas Priest put out as a date?
We're into double digits, aren't we? From Rock'n'Roller to Nostradamus, there's got to be 18 maybe. Yeah. 4 recordings, and then we have multiple live recordings as well. Yeah. So we're well past probably about 20 something, I would think.
That's a lot. Okay, and what would you like the fans to know about your latest release?
It's great. And you must buy it and listen to it because it's will definitely give you an insight into the past, the present and the future.
Yeah, Nostradamus, it's a wonderful record. It's our first ever concept release. It's a 2 CD release, an hour and 40 minutes worth of music. Took us about 2 years to make. Not completely 2 years, we took a little bit of time off just to step away from it and reassess things. But it's a great achievement for us all in Judas Priest and for all of our heavy metal fans out there, because I think a lot of our fans have probably had the understanding that we've always wanted to do a concept record, and if you know anything about the tradition and the history of Priest, with the great things that we do on stage, which is full of theatre and drama and passion and all of these types of things, this is really an embellishment of that in Nostradamus. You know, we're famous for songs like The Sinner and The Sentinel and Blood Red Skies, you know, these big landscape songs, big produced epic pieces of music. So it's kind of like we maybe could say that even Nostradamus predicted that one day Judas Priest would cover his life 500 years later, and that's what we've done. It's a great time for the band.
That's awesome. All right, who was your musical influences growing up? I guess I could ask each one.
As a guitar player, various people really, but Hendrix. My main influence was a guy called Rory Gallagher. That's the reason I started to play the guitar. Other than that, you know, initially back then, any progressive blues, any progressive music, and it just went from there.
Yeah, definitely. Just about everybody that was around at the time. Obviously, there was Clapton, Hendrix with a big influence, definitely for me also. As Glenn says, there's lots of great players, Rory Gallagher, and it just went on, you know. So it's a great time to be growing up, and you know, and loads of inspiration around in the late 60s, early 70s, and just something that was just attracted us to the, you know, the guitar and the instrument, and here we are today.
Yeah, and for singers, I mean, I think we all kind of look back with nostalgia and some gratitude to grow up as we did in the UK around the 60s and the 70s, because that was an incredible time for the music scene. There was like this growth of electric rock music, things were being transitioned from the early roots of rock and roll, and for me as a singer it was pretty limited really, because there weren't that many people doing that style of performance in vocals. But I'll always remember the first time I ever heard Janis Joplin, and she just blew me away. To see a lady with that much passion and power and balls, you know, was just remarkable. So she was a big inspiration. But other people, you know, before I became a professional singer, obviously Robert Plant, Ian Gillan, some of the things that Roger Daltrey was doing. And so collectively we have memories of very, very famous rock and roll people from the past that are still relevant today.
Great answers. What do you think, what song do you think gets the crowd really going?
Of our set?
Yes.
Anything, Breaking the Law, Painkiller, Hellbent for Leather, You Got Another Thing Coming, goes on and on really. I mean, we're lucky we've been around a long time, we've got a great repertoire, great track record really, and we've got so many songs to choose from, so we can pick the ones that get the crowd going, so we pick one that get the crowd going.
All right, and what is your favorite song to play live, would you say?
I have to say the last one, but that's a bit of a joke really, because it's the closest one to the bar. But no, they're all great really. Obviously, it's great. The first song's great because obviously the adrenaline rush. When you hear the roar of the crowd when the lights go down, that's always a magical moment. I think for everybody. Obviously you get a little bit of nervous anxiety, but that's only natural. If you didn't have that, I don't think you'd go out and perform. Because you'd probably be dead.
You'd be dead.
And on a personal note, what is a must for Judas Priest, like backstage?
What is a must?
Yeah.
English tea for me as a singer. My PG tips, as we call them in England. That's what we carry in the wardrobe case. A never-ending supply of English tea.
Definitely good local beers. I like to try them all wherever I go.
Both of what they said.
All right. And what would you say to aspiring musicians that want to be where you are today?
Basically try and be original. I think that a famous band, a successful band, is a band that's easily recognisable, and I think every band's got that. Whether it's 4 or 5 musicians that just get together, if they can pinpoint it, there's character in the style and character in the band, and you've got to realise what that character is and nurture it and expand on it, because as soon as a band's recognisable, then it's the first step towards success.
That's a great answer. And what's in the future for Judas Priest?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to ask Nostradamus again. I think we'll have to see. Oh, actually, talking about Nostradamus, I think a lot does hinge on really what happens with our new album. Because we do think that in various formats and different ways that maybe we could present it, differently at some point in the future. Obviously, we'd like to think that we could at some point go out and perform, Nostradamus, in its entirety, which would be really, really cool. Something different for us to do. Just another avenue for us to go up. And but for this year, we're out there rocking and rolling across the world, with a good mix set. We're out here at the moment, as you know, on the Masters of Metal tour, and it's really cool. So we're really engrossed in what we're doing at the moment, but the future is a question yet to be answered, unless Rob can answer it.
No, I think you did that really efficiently, KK.
Thank you.
Okay, and is there something that you'd like to say to your fans out there that watch
Thank
Rebel?
you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the
We
loyalty.
owe you everything.
Yeah,
Without you, we're
nothing. That's an absolute true statement. The fans mean everything to us. Their support, their loyalty, their dedication, they keep us going, so thank you for that. Hi everybody, I'm Rob Halford.
I'm KK Downing.
I'm Glenn Tipton.
We are Judas Priest, and this is Rebel Access. It's Rebel Access.
Is it?
Excess. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, I'm Rob Halford.
I'm KK Downing.
I'm Glenn Tipton.
Of Judas Priest, and this is Rebel Access.